28th of May, Rabbi Moore, Parsha Hashavua with Rashi Bechukosai.
So a bit late. Let's see. We were up to Pasuk 11.
Oh.
Okay. I think it was your turn, Lou.
Let's see. Vinasati mishkani bisochem bisochem sigal nafshi eschem. So I will place my Mishkan among you, and my soul will not purge itself.
Sorry?
Purge itself of you.
What is the word again you used?
Purge, P-U-R-G-E.
I know why he's using that word, but it's a bit strange. I always use the word, I think I use the word reject.
Reject.
Just let me see over here. Yeah, my spirit will not reject you. Okay, let's see Rashi dwells on this. Okay?
Vinasati mishkani. Ze Beis Hamikdash. This is the Beis Hamikdash. Velo sig al nafshi. Ein ruchi.
By the way, this Chachamim explains just before. Obviously, what's Rashi saying? I mean, this isn't the Parsha that the Beis Hamikdash is referring to the Beis Hamikdash. So Rashi points out that why is it Rashi explaining it referring to the Beis Hamikdash and not to the Mishkan? Because it's a future tense. V'nosati mishkani b'sechem. I will place my Mishkan among you. So obviously the Mishkan already existed. So therefore, that's why Rashi explains it with reference to the Beis Hamikdash, to the temple, which is going to be built later in the time of Shlomo HaMelech. Okay?
Okay. So my spirit is not disgusted by you. Katsa is disgusted?
Yeah. Ein ruchi kotze b'chem. My spirit will not be disgusted or I don't know how best you say that. Yeah. I think I used a different word. Just 1 second. She. Just 1 second. Yeah. My spirit will not feel repulsed by you.
Repulsed.
Right.
Hmm.
Now Rashi goes on to explain this thing. Kol ge'ila.
Any form of the word ge'ila, i.e. the root ga'al, Lashon pelitas davar. It's a expression of expelling something. Habalua b'davar, that had been absorbed by something else. Kamo, like ki sham nig'al magain giborim. Because there is there the shield of the mighty was purged.
Yeah.
Which means lo kibel hamishicha.
Right.
It did not take, i.e., absorb the smearing. Shemoshechin magain shel or, for they smear a shield of leather, bechelev mevushal, with cooked fat, kedei lehachalik me'alav, in order to make it slide off it, to slide off it, makas chetz, the blow of an arrow, o chanis, or a spear, shelo yikov haor, that it should not puncture the leather.
Right.
Ah.
It did not absorb the oily salve, for a leather shield is smeared with cooked fat in order to cause arrow or javelin blows to slide off and not perforate the leather. Right. So the pasuk means Shom Nig'al Mogen Giborim, means the shield of the mighty would not absorb this oily material. Okay, so it's interesting, by the way, according to this parallel, this Kaviyachol, Klal Yisrael are like absorbed into HaKadosh Baruch Hu's soul. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, I will not reject. Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu is like bound together with Klal Yisrael, that Klal Yisrael Kaviyachol is absorbed in HaKadosh Baruch Hu's soul, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, I will not expel, will not reject you. Okay? Let's continue. Pasuk Yud Beis.
Okay, you'd bet. It says v'hit hit halachti b'tochachem v'hayiti lachem l'lokim v'atem tihiyu li la'am. Okay, so I will walk within you,
Among you,
among you, okay, and I will be for you God, and you will be for me a people. Okay. Rashi on 12. V'hit halachti b'tochechem. I'll walk among you. Atayel imachem. I will, tiyul is a trip.
That means I will walk.
Okay, I will walk with you. Okay. Began Aden, in Gan Eden. Ke'achad michem. Like one of you. Velo tihiyu mizdazim mimenu.
Mimeni.
Oh, mimeni. And you will not days.
But it means be shaken, be terrified.
Okay, be shaken because of me. Uh-huh.
Means you won't be terrified.
You won't be terrified because of me.
We won't be terrified of me.
Oh, of me, right. Yachol, okay. One is able.
One
Lo,
might think. One
to
might
think.
thereby think.
Okay. Lo, tir umi many. You will not fear from me. Talmud Lomar, that the pasuk says, "V'hayiti lachem lelokim," and I will be for you, or to you, I guess, a God.
For you as a God. I mean, I will remain God. Even though I will walk among you, nevertheless, shouldn't think, well, Kosh Baruch is just like one of the guys. So, right? If there will
Right.
still be this difference between Kosh Baruch and everybody else, like the sense of fear and reverence that there will be for God will still exist. There won't be, people will not be terrified of God, but there will be, nevertheless, they will still fear, they will revere God.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Lou, let's go into Pasuk Yud Gimel.
Yud Gimel. Ani Hashem Elokeichem Asher Hotzetzi Eschem Me'eret Mitzrayim Mi Os Lahem
Heyos, Meheyos,
Mi Hey
Ha-Yos. The
Mi
Hay is the Shva. Underneath the Hay is sounded.
Mi Hayos
Meheyos.
Mi Hayos Lahem Avadim Ve'eshbor
Shva.
Va'eshbor Motos Ulchem Va'olech Eschem Koma Mius. So it means, I am Hashem, your God, who took you out from the land of Egypt, from being their slaves,
Right.
and I broke the pegs of their yoke, of your yoke, and I led you erect. So 13,
Meheyos.
Ani Hashem Elokeichem v'gomer, etc. Kidai Ani. It is fitting for me Sheta'aminu vi, that you should believe in me. She'ani yachol la'asos kol ela, that I am able to do all of these things. Shaharei, For see now, Hotsei eschem me'eretz Mitzrayim. I have taken you out of the land of Egypt. Va'asisi lachem, and I have done for you nisim gedolim, great miracles.
What Rashi is explaining over here, what the thrust of the pasuk is, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is telling Klal Yisrael, you should trust that I will bring you all these brachas, which I've just mentioned previously, because you see, I've got a good track record. You should trust me.
Okay. Motos, pegs, kamin yater,
Yated.
yated, a type of a peg. Bishnei Rashi Ha'ol, at the two ends of the yoke.
Right.
Hame'akvim Hamosei Ra, which stop the rains. Shalom
Right.
say Merosh Hashur, so that they did not come off the head of the ox. Vayatir Hakesher, and undo the tie. Kamo, like Asay Lecha Mosei Ros Umotos. Make for yourselves reins and pegs.
Yeah. More this Moseris is rather than reins, is because that the rein is really the part of the whole contraption, which is held by the rider, because he wants to. That's the way he controls the horse. What really we're referring to is the harness, which is on top of the head of the horse or whatever.
Right.
The animal. So translates the Moseris is a harness. Mosera is a harness. Okay.
The harness and the pegs.
Right.
Okay, and then in Old French, it's pronounced cheville,
Cheville.
cheville,
Right.
and komamius, bikoma zekufa, with an erect bearing.
Right. Now, actually, I translated it a little bit more than that because it's not referring to anything orthopedic over here, right? You know, we're not talking about the guy who's going to come up. The koma skufa means he's walking with an erect, how do you call it?
Bearing.
Sorry, a position. He's not, he's standing in an erect position with his correct posture, right? With an erect posture. The idea is, koma skufa is, I try to say, you use the term in English, with the heads held high. Means we're top, we're top of everybody else. Everybody has to respect us, not we have to respect others. That's the idea over here. We had a similar form. Rashi says, Teres Kohanim here explains, B'koma skufa is not fearing any creature. Okay, it is thus different from its meaning in Rashi, verse 9. It says, V'hirbeisi eschem, and there Rashi says we have this B'koma skufa. There it refers to a good, erect physical posture. That's what it's referring to in Pasuk 9. That you'll be physically strong. Here it's referring to, it's more a metaphorical idea of Komomios means, Komos Kufa means you can walk with upright with your heads held high. You don't have to fear anybody else. They have to respect you and you don't have to respect them. Okay? Till here are the brachas mentioned over here. If you listen to Hashem. Okay, next pasuk is going to tell us, unfortunately, the other way around.
Okay.
Pasuk Yudalit.
V'im lo tishma'u li, if you don't listen to me, okay. V'lo ta'asu et hamitzvot ha'ela, and you don't do these the commandments, these commandments. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Let's see, Rashi. Ve'im lo tishma'u li, and if you will not listen to me, lihiyot amelim b'Torah, okay, to struggle in Torah, ladat.
Struggle is not the right word, to be industrious.
Industrious in Torah, right. Okay, ladat midrash hachamim, to know the midrash of the rabbis, yachol, one be able to think, likiyum hamitzvah, to fulfill likiyum hamitzvah, to fulfill the mitzvot, kishahu omer, when it says v'lo ta'asu v'gomer, and you will not do them. Hare kiyum mitzvot asur. So hare, behold, that the fulfilling of the mitzvot is stated. Ha ma'ani mikayem ve'im lo tishma'u li. Okay, now let's see. Ha, what do I mikayem, establish?
Yeah, how do I fulfill? I guess it really
Fulfill. Okay, but if you do not listen to me, what's that? Lihiyot amelim b'Torah. Okay, to be busy, labor in Torah. Uma Talmud lomar li. And what does the pasuk say to me? Ein li ella zeh hamakir et ribono.
right.
Okay, so
Somebody who recognizes his creator, who miskaben limod boy, and he intends to rebel against him.
He's going to rebel against them. Oh, okay.
So it's interesting. Rashi learns because you could say velem tishmu. Right? Where does it say? Tishmu. What means v'imloi tishmu li? Means it's mashma because it's God is the Kodesh Baruch Hu is the one who's commanding, right? That's why he has no desire to listen.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
that's what Rashi explains. That's the term li. Ein li ela ze hamakis shebono miskaben limud. V'chein benimroid. So we found with regard to Nimrod.
Okay, Gibor Tzayid Lifnei Hashem. He was a strong hunter before Hashem.
Right. So Rashi there, that Tzayid there doesn't mean hunter. He was, I translated as an ensnaring power.
Oh, wow. Hmm. Okay, ensnaring power before Hashem. She makiro.
Because he
Um,
recognized who Hashem was. He knew that Kodesh Baruch Hu, the powers of
okay.
Hashem, but
Umitka.
nevertheless,
Okay.
that he intentionally rebelled against Hashem.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Seems
The
something very difficult to understand how a person can do that. I mean, a person realizes that Kodesh Baruch Hu is the all-powerful, almighty, and he goes ahead and ignores him, right? I mean, he just says, okay, I realize you're the all-powerful, but still couldn't care less.
Mhm.
Right?
Okay.
I mean, it's just like mind-boggling how a person can do that.
Right. Okay. And continuing. V'chein b'anshe Sodom, and so with the men of Sodom. Ra'im v'chataim LaHashem od.
Right, so the word Lashem is like superfluous. You just say Roim v'chatoim oid. They were bad and sinners, tremendously sinful.
Oh,
It's Lashem.
right. So Makirim et Ribonam. So they were aware of their master. Umit kavnim limrod bo. And still, I guess, intended to rebel against them.
Right.
Hmm.
By the way, it's interesting. I once saw a piece, an article about whatever it was on a certain subject. I'm not going to go into the subject right now, but anyway, the writer there writes a tremendous, actually, tremendous thought on this whole concept of Midas Sodom. Means the character, the philosophy of Sodom.
Uh-huh.
Right? The Gemara talks about Koifin al Midas Sodom. Okay, that the person, well, the Gemara is referring to something that somebody has a property lying empty, and it's not a property which he normally rents out. And somebody needs a property, needs somewhere to live, right? And the person, the owner refuses, doesn't necessarily refuse, but the other person comes to live there without asking any permission. He squats, but he doesn't cause any loss to the owner, okay?
Uh-huh.
But the Gemara says that Koifin al Midas Sodom. We say that the owner, since he wasn't going to, it was lying empty and it's not a normal kind of apartment which he would normally rent out, so therefore he cannot claim any money from the squatter.
Mm.
So he explains this, the whole concept is as follows. Sodom, they believed that doing chesed, doing kindness to others, right, is going against the, should we say, the will of nature.
Oh.
HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world. They believed that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world. And but they maintained that HaKadosh Baruch Hu got, once after he created it, HaKadosh Baruch Hu created a nature where things run their natural course, their natural way, and one is not allowed to, you say in Yiddish, to chepper, to interfere, that's a better word, to interfere with the course of nature. And basically, it's interesting that this article also points out as well that this was also the philosophy of Hitler, Yimach Shemoy, of the survival of the fittest, the Aryan philosophy, that the fittest will survive and the rest will be trodden upon and fall. Okay? And basically the idea was, that's why Sodom totally rejected chesed, doing kindness to others. Because if HaKadosh Baruch Hu has created, or nature has brought about that I'm rich and you're poor, so it's my luck and against your luck. Why should I have to give you any of my money? That's I'm changing the course of nature. Nature has caused that I should be rich and you should be poor. So why should I give any of my riches to you? I'm just changing the course of nature. And this was their warped philosophy. Whereas the Kosh Baruch Hu had said, on the contrary, I created a world that there should be Olam Chesed Yibonet. I created the world that there should be kindness among people. That if one person is rich and the other person is poor, it's the obligation on the rich person to provide for the poor. That's the way I want my world to run. And that's how Avram Avinu recognized the will of Hashem. And that's why Avram Avinu and Sodom were so diametrically opposed. So anyway, so that's the same idea over here, that the people of Sodom, right, they realized that this may be not Hashem's will, but they said, no, this is our philosophy. Where a person is, that's the way he is, and nothing's going to change. If nature made him naturally, he naturally became this way, the rich became rich, the poor became poor, then we're not going to do anything to change that. On the contrary, to change it is going against the course of nature, and this is against the will, I don't know, it's not, we can't say the will of Hashem, but against what the world was created for. It's very interesting concept idea.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just finish over here.
Okay, lo ta'asu, well, and do not do. Mishalo tilmidu, that you will not study. Lo ta'asu, oh, you will not perform. Harei shtei averot. Oh, these